Welcome to the deep dive. You know that feeling, right? November hits, the clocks, they fall back.
Yep.
Suddenly the sun's setting way too early, maybe before you even leave work, and you just feel like you're dragging. It's really easy to just call that the winter blues. But sometimes, well, sometimes it's more than that, and you actually need a plan for the season.
That's absolutely right. And that's our mission today, really. We want to put together a kind of survival guide for winter 2025.
Survival guide, I like it.
Yeah, sort of a dual focus guide. We're looking at, defenses for your body, getting ready for the 2025-2026 flu season,
Okay.
and just as important, defenses for your mind. Specifically, we're going to dive into Seasonal Affective Disorder, or SAD.
Okay, let's definitely start with the mental side, with
Okay.
SAD, because some of the numbers around it, well, they really make you pay attention.
They do.
When we looked at the sources, the demographic info was, frankly, a bit shocking. Millions of Americans get this.
Millions.
But here's the kicker. 4 out of every 5 people diagnosed with SAD are women.
Yeah, that's a huge disparity.
Which means understanding this stuff is just essential, whether it's for you or maybe recognizing it in someone you care about.
And it's so important we frame this correctly for you listening. SAD isn't just, feeling a bit down or having a mood slump.
Right.
The medical sources are really clear on this. It is a serious clinical form of depression.
Clinical depression.
Yes, and it follows these predictable seasonal patterns. Gets worse as the days get shorter, usually. And the estimates, around 5% of the entire U.S. population. So it's actually much more common than a lot of people think.
5%, that's significant.
It is, and just recognizing how serious it is, that's really the first step towards getting help, towards effective treatment.
Okay, so if it's this distinct clinical thing, what are the specific symptoms? Maybe some of the ones that aren't so obvious.
Yeah, good question.
Because, often you think depression, you think maybe insomnia, not eating. But the sources seem to suggest SAD can look pretty different.
Exactly. You've hit on a key point. With many types of depression, yeah, insomnia is common. People can't sleep.
Right.
But with SAD, you often see the opposite, hypersomnia.
Hypersomnia. So sleeping too much.
Sleeping a lot, yes, but also this persistent, just deep lethargy. People really, really struggle to get out of bed in the morning.
Even after a full night's sleep.
Even after 9-10 hours, sometimes they just don't feel refreshed. It's this profound fatigue.
Wow, that sounds heavy. Like it just stops you from even starting your day properly. What else kind of defines SAD?
Well, the second big tell, and this one's really tied into the biology of SAD, is intense cravings for carbohydrates.
Carbs, the comfort food.
Exactly. Your body is basically trying to self-medicate in a way. The lack of sunlight messes with your serotonin levels.
Okay.
And the brain knows, kind of instinctively, that simple sugars and starches can give a quick, temporary boost.
I mean, I think we can all relate to that afternoon slump, reaching for the biscuits or something.
Yeah.
But this sounds more intense, more cyclical.
Oh, much more. It's not just a fleeting craving. We're talking intense, persistent desires for carbs, often leading to noticeable weight gain over the winter months.
And that creates its own problems, I imagine.
It really does. It's a tough feedback loop. The fatigue makes you less likely to exercise.
Right.
The weight gain can make you feel worse about yourself, adding to the low mood. And the cycle just keeps going until the light levels start to improve in the spring. We also see real problems with concentration and focus during these periods, too.
Okay, let's circle back to that demographic number because it feels really important. 4 out of 5 sufferers are women.
Yeah.
What does that tell us? What should we be aware of because of that?
Well, I think it means we, just as a society, maybe need to stop brushing these symptoms off in women.
How so?
Not just dismissing it as, oh, she's stressed, or it's just typical winter tiredness.
Right, normalizing it.
Exactly. If you see these specific patterns, the oversleeping, the really strong carb cravings, trouble concentrating, repeating year after year when the days get shorter,
that really warrants a proper conversation with a doctor. The danger is that if you're prone to this, you might just start accepting this deep exhaustion as part of winter.
And then you delay getting help.
Precisely. You delay treatment that could actually make a big difference.
Okay, so we've sort of defined the problem, laid out the symptoms. What about solutions? What actionable things can people do? What did the sources highlight?
The good news is there are proven treatments. The literature points strongly towards 3 main interventions, really.
Okay, what are they?
First one is light therapy. Second is vitamin D supplementation.
Right.
And the third, and we really have to keep saying this, is how crucial it is to talk to your doctor.
Even if it feels mild.
Even if it just feels like you're a bit off, definitely talk to a doctor.
Let's dig into light therapy a bit, because it sounds simple. Maybe just get a brighter lamp, but the sources seemed quite specific about it.
Yeah, it's not just any lamp. It's very specific. To be effective for SAD, the light box needs to put out 10,000 lux.
10,000 lux, that sounds like a lot. It is. It's much brighter than your typical indoor lighting. But the really crucial detail, like you picked up on, is the timing.
When you use it.
Exactly. Ideally, you want to use it within about 30 minutes of waking up.
First thing in the morning.
Pretty much, for about 20 to 30 minutes.
And why is the timing so critical?
It's all about resetting your body clock, your circadian rhythm.
Okay.
You're essentially trying to mimic a bright summer sunrise. You're signaling to your brain, specifically a part called the hypothalamus, hey, the day has started.
Right, trying to trick it.
Kind of, and that helps regulate those mood chemicals like serotonin. If you use a light box too late in the day, say in the evening, yeah, you could actually mess up your sleep cycle even more. Keep you awake when you should be winding down.
Got it. Okay, and vitamin D. That seems straightforward. Less sun in winter, less vitamin D.
That's pretty much it. Vitamin D is involved in so many things in the body, including mental health regulation.
So just pop some pills.
Well, supplementation is definitely helpful for a lot of people in winter, but the sources really emphasized getting tested first.
A blood test.
Yeah, check your actual levels before you start taking high doses. You want to make sure you're treating a genuine deficiency, not just guessing.
Which brings us back to the doctor.
Exactly. That third point, talking to your doctor, is just non-negotiable. They can guide you on testing, dosage, light therapy specifics, other options too.
Okay, that feels like a really solid mental survival guide. Taking that idea of being proactive, let's switch gears and apply that to our physical defense. Thinking about the flu season for 2025-2026, we can't let that winter lethargy stop us from protecting ourselves physically either.
That's such a critical link.
Yeah.
Because if that low motivation from SAD makes it hard to, say, use your light box consistently,
Right.
imagine how that same inertia could make someone put off getting their flu shot.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, I'll do it next week.
Exactly. So proactivity is the key theme running through both of these.
And the absolute foundation for flu defense, the number one thing, according to the CDC this season, is the annual flu shot.
Yep. Still the best bet.
Now, I noticed a very specific technical detail for this coming season that we should probably explain. The CDC confirmed all flu vaccines will be trivalent.
Yes, trivalent, and that's an interesting detail.
What does that actually mean for us? Is it less protection?
Not necessarily less, but more targeted. So you often hear about quadrivalent vaccines, right? Protecting against 4 strains, usually 2 A strains and 2 B strains of the flu virus.
Okay.
This season, the decision to go with trivalent means the vaccine focuses on 3 specific strains, probably 2 A strains and 1 B strain.
And why only 3?
Because the public health experts, based on global surveillance, predict that those 3 strains are likely to be the most common or potentially the most dangerous ones circulating in the 2025-2026 season.
I see. So it's not a downgrade. It's actually a very calculated, focused prediction.
Exactly. It's highly targeted, which really underlines why you need this year's specific shot. You can't rely on immunity from last year's vaccine because the formulation changes based on these predictions.
Makes sense. So get the shot. Who needs it most critically?
Well, the official recommendation is pretty broad. Everyone 6 months and older should ideally get it.
Everyone.
Pretty much. But it's absolutely crucial, like non-negotiable, for certain high-risk groups.
Who falls into that category?
We're talking about young children, older adults, and really anyone whose immune system might already be working harder or is compromised.
So people with existing health conditions.
Yes. Things like asthma, heart disease, diabetes, any chronic lung condition. For these folks, getting the flu isn't just, a miserable week in bed.
It can be much more serious.
It carries a much higher risk of serious complications, hospitalization, or even worse. So for them, the vaccine is just a fundamental layer of defense.
Okay, so the trivalent shot is the high-tech defense. But the sources also talked about simple stuff, the basics, that often get overlooked.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe we overlook them because they seem basic, but they fail if we're not consistent.
Like what? What are the key, simple strategies?
Top of the list, always wash your hands, often and properly.
Right, wash your hands. We hear it all the time.
Yeah.
Why is it so critical for flu specifically? Did the sources get into why we fail at it?
Well, the failure point is often consistency, like you said, but also technique and duration.
Okay.
Flu viruses spread through respiratory droplets. They land on surfaces, doorknobs, phones, keyboards.
Everywhere.
Pretty much. Then you touch that surface, and then you touch your face, your eyes, nose, mouth. That's how the virus gets in.
The transfer.
Exactly. And washing your hands with soap and water, really rubbing them for a full 20 seconds. Like, the sources emphasize that physically removes and actually destroys the virus particles.
So it's a mechanical process.
Yes. It's not just waving them under the tap. It needs that friction and time. It's a simple action, but it needs to be a constant habit, an active barrier.
Okay, makes sense. And what about masks?
The sources mention that too, particularly if you are feeling sick. Wearing a mask is a really good way to protect others by containing your own droplets.
Right, protecting the community.
Exactly. And finally, boosting your own defenses from the inside.
Our immune system. We touched on diet with the SAD carb cravings.
Yeah.
Does nutrition play a big role in flu defense too?
A huge role. Now, diet alone won't magically stop you from ever catching a virus.
Sure.
But a good, nutritious diet basically gives your immune system the tools and resources it needs to be ready to mount a strong defense if it does encounter the flu virus.
So what kind of nutrients are we talking about?
The sources pointed to key things like zinc, vitamin C, making sure you get plenty of fiber too, which supports gut health.
Gut health. How's that linked?
There's a really strong connection between your gut microbiome and your overall immune function. So lots of fruits, vegetables, whole grains. It's about equipping your body for the fight.
This has been really comprehensive. We've covered the mind and the body for this winter. If we kind of pull it all together, synthesize the survival guide for winter 2025, what's the main takeaway?
I think the core message is really about proactive action. Be kind to your mind. That means recognizing those cyclical SAD symptoms early, maybe trying light therapy, definitely talking to your doctor.
Okay, mind first.
And protect your body, prioritize getting that specific trivalent flu shot. Don't wait until you hear about outbreaks starting. Do it now.
So don't wait for the problem to hit. Act first.
Exactly. Don't wait for the symptoms, mental or physical, to get overwhelming.
You know, what's really interesting there, and it loops back to what we said at the start about lethargy. We talked about how SAD lethargy can drive those carb cravings.
Right.
And how general life inertia, just being busy or distracted, can stop us from washing hands properly or getting the vaccine on time.
Yeah, that underlying theme, that challenge of overcoming inertia. It's probably the most powerful factor in health, isn't it?
It really seems like it. Both these winter risks, SAD and the flu, they both hinge on us taking these small, consistent, proactive steps.
Absolutely. Getting up a bit earlier for the light box, actually scheduling, going to get the vaccine, choosing the healthier meal, taking 20 seconds to wash your hands properly.
They all require that conscious effort, breaking through the inertia.
They do.
So maybe the provocative thought for everyone listening is this. Instead of just reacting when you feel really down or reacting when the flu is already spreading like wildfire, think about how you can build simple, consistent, proactive habits starting today. Right now. Habits that directly counter these specific winter challenges, the darkness, the cold, the viruses.
That shift, moving from reacting to suffering towards consistently acting for prevention, that could genuinely be the key to a much healthier, maybe even happier winter 2025.
Something to think about.
Definitely. We encourage you to reflect on that. Maybe just identify one small proactive step you can commit to this week, just to start preparing for the months ahead.